Hey guys, and welcome to the Screening Room. I am Matt Deisinger.
I'm Jordan Rather.
And I'm Ashley Voxland.
And today we have a very special program for you. We are going to drop an atom bomb of Adam Sandler films on you, if you will. And we're going to...
so funny.
Thank you so much. I try very hard. Anyways, so we're going to start out with a classic. I think most people have seen it. This one is Happy Gilmore, one of the greatest Adam Sandler films of all time. The movie starts out with our hero, Adam. Happy Gilmore in this case. He loves playing hockey. Turns out he's pretty bad at it. So after he discovers that he's got a great golf swing, and also his grandmother's house is getting repossessed, well, he needs a little cash. So, with the assistance of Carl Weathers, who plays Chubbs, a great golf instructor and legend, he joins the PGA Tour, and, well, it's a heck of a ride, and it's a whole lot of fun, so take a look at this trailer, because it'll knock your socks off.
Shut up, man.
Thanks.
For 400 years, golf has been a gentleman's game. A game of tradition, etiquette, and above all, sportsmanship. Until now.
Y'all ready for this?
Meet Happy Gilmore. He was a hockey player.
That's my puck, baby! Don't you ever touch my puck!
Who was skating on thin ice. But when his grandma needed his help,
Mrs. Gilmore owes the IRS $270,000. We're gonna have to sell the house to someone else.
But she's an old lady. I mean, look at her. She's old.
he discovered a new talent.
The house is like 400 yards away. That's unbelievable.
Now he's going from the links
Step right up, folks. See if you can outdrive the amazing golf ball whacker guy.
to the links.
Where you going with those clubs, punk? I'm your caddy.
He's gonna be on the tour. That's super.
He's got the swing.
Easily.
He's got the drive.
He shoots, he scores!
He's got the balls.
Oh, God, that hurt a little, but I'm all right.
Quite a large and economically diverse crowd here at the Invitational. I guess it's the new tour sensation, Happy Gilmore.
Hey, if I saw myself in clothes like those, I'd have to kick my own ass.
And while he's trying to keep Granny out of the rest home,
I'm telling you, this place is perfect. You're gonna make friends in no time.
he's driving the game of golf
Why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
straight into the ground.
Damn you people, this is golf!
I'm Bob Barker. Looks like you and I are going to be playing together today.
This guy sucks. All right, let's go.
Universal Pictures presents Adam Sandler
The price is wrong, Bob.
as golf's missing link, Happy Gilmore.
All right. Oh, so yeah, Happy Gilmore, one of Adam Sandler's best, my favorite, I'd like to say. What do you guys think about it?
I think it's one of Adam Sandler's classics.
Yes.
Again, he follows suit by
course.
going to one of his money characters that he plays with on SNL, and as an aggressive, overdramatic, quick-tempered hockey player, Happy Gilmore offers a lot of conflict and a lot of comical moments between him and the other cast members.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And when you think of Adam Sandler, I mean, quintessential Adam Sandler, you think of Happy Gilmore, you know, and
Definitely.
you think of, yeah, Happy Gilmore. I almost said Happy Madison, which is his production
his
company,
production.
but yeah. And I think that, I mean, it was funny. For the 90s, it was extremely funny, because we know how much of a train wreck the 90s was, let's be real.
Indeed.
But what did you think?
Well, you know, to this day, whenever, you know, I see Happy Gilmore on TV, I pop it on, because I'm just like, wow, Happy Gilmore, great film. You know, it's one of those you'll never get tired of, even if you watch it 3 days in a row, maybe a little bit, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the supporting actress, Julie Bowen, is actually the mother from Modern Family, but you'd never be able to tell because her hair is so ridiculous in Happy Gilmore. But yeah, that's an interesting fact I'd like to point out.
Yeah, I would agree that Julie, yes, over the years she hasn't aged, and neither has this movie. It's timeless. It's almost become a cult classic, I would have to say.
Definitely.
And being a golfer myself, and I'm sure anyone who has gone to the links has tried the little Happy Gilmore run up to the ball.
Many
Hit,
times.
swing, and miss, and pull their back, I'm sure.
You hit it that one time, and you're like, oh, it works every time.
I do have to say, though, the number of golf ball innuendos in that movie, I mean, it's like beating a dead horse, am I right? A little bit too many for my personal taste.
The movie did show a lot of consistency, I'm glad, as in that trailer we saw some cameos, especially from Bob Barker, seeing him in a different light. Usually when he is in movies or shows that are primarily serious, it's fun to see him in an Adam Sandler movie where he breaks the normal role and he's out there just trying to make other people laugh.
Definitely one of the best scenes in the movie. Just completely out of character for Bob, completely in character for Adam, but you get the best of both worlds, and it's truly a laugh riot, if I must say.
Now, I'm sure that everyone has a Twitter here, and you've heard of the Shooter McGavin Twitter. Do you have any funny tweets from that?
I do not, but I bet you there are quite a few. But I think it's time to talk about another Adam Sandler movie, Perfect Pets. Let's talk about Perfect Pets.
I like Perfect Pets.
Because they're really perfect.
Each week, WMCM sends out a group of students to film some of the most precious animals of the Cooley Region Humane Society in a segment we like to call Perfect Pets. Here at the shelter, we found this guy. His name is Freckles, a male white-haired terrier mix. Freckles needs a home. Meet Lavender, a 2-year-old domestic short-hair adult. This kitty needs a home. This is Zeus, a Jack Russell Terrier of 6 years and 18 pounds. Zeus needs a home. To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Again, the number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. So we talked about Happy Gilmore and that quintessential Adam Sandler funny movie, but what about some of his a little bit less popular stuff like Big Daddy? Big Daddy was hilarious. It was the 1999 Adam Sandler just movie of the year, I would say. So in this movie, Adam Sandler plays Sonny Colfax, who is this guy who, he's in, let's say, a transitional period of his life. His friends are all getting married and having kids, and he's just not on board. He just got a settlement for $200,000 from this court case, and he decided, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna work when I want to work, I'm gonna stay at home when I want to stay home, and I'm gonna really make my girlfriend mad because of that, let me tell you. So when his roommate Kevin, who is played by Jon Stewart of The Daily Show, goes off to China, a surprising bundle of joy is dropped on their doorstep because Kevin ends up having a son he didn't know about. Obviously, Kevin's in China, so Sonny has to take care of him. But before I give too much about that movie away, let's look at the trailer.
New York. If you want to enter the greatest city on earth, first, you have to get by one person.
Shut up! You shut up! Let's go! I'm waiting on you!
Sonny Colfax had an easy job.
You're a toll collector.
Where you going? You want to take me with you?
I guess.
And led a simple life.
The delivery guy's like your best friend.
Come back later today. I'll Indian wrestle you. Okay, peace out.
Until the day
You refuse to move on to the next phase of your life.
She wants different things, you know?
his girlfriend dumped him for someone else.
I've found someone.
This old guy?
He has a 5-year plan.
What is it? Don't die?
Now, to win her
I
back,
gotta do something big with my life.
he's getting her a little surprise.
I want you to meet Julian, my son. Our son. I adopted him. Great. Now what?
Now,
You wear a diaper?
Sonny Colfax is finding out
Can I have a nightlight?
Nightlight.
Once you adopt a kid,
There you go, all right?
You better give that kid back.
I tried to give him back.
you've got to keep him.
Go back to sleep.
I wet my bed.
All right. Nice and dry. No more wetness.
This summer,
Do that thing I taught you the other day. That one touched the ground. That one touched the ground.
Columbia Pictures presents
We stopped serving breakfast at 10:30.
No! Oh, please. Don't cry. Don't cry. You got a Happy Meal? Can we get a Happy Meal?
Will somebody get you to the Happy Meal?
Adam Sandler,
It's gonna be fun. You get nervous? Happy Halloween. We got a first timer out here. Do the right thing, buddy. Hang out right here for a second, all right?
Hey, you. What?
Big Daddy,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, see these. You like that? He's not happy. What else you got? Okay, yeah, that's good. Trick or treat. Next year, be prepared, moron.
I would have to say that Big Daddy is in my top 3 of Adam Sandler best movies of all time, if not my personal favorite one. Cole and Dylan Sprouse, who also play the twins in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, play the little boy named Julian, and I just think they are the cutest thing. It's got a lot of comedy, a lot of good timing, and great moments to laugh, but it also has something that tugs at your heartstrings just a little bit, and that's what I really like about it. But what do you guys think?
Absolutely, I agree. I liked seeing Adam Sandler in sort of this different role. You know, he retains the same goofy demeanor. You know, he's basically a child at heart. But when he meets a real child, he learns he's got to grow up a little bit. And through the movie, a lot of heartwarming scenes, you know, a lot of still big laughs. But, you know, both grow in the end, and just a good movie.
I agree as well. It is true that we are all children at heart at times, and that's how we relate so well to Adam Sandler's movies. And in this particular case, this is one of his comedies that also tugs at your heart, like you were saying. And it's nice his movies offer that opportunity for that coming-of-age experience for those going through the 90s and the 2000s to rewatch. I rate a movie by its rewatchability.
Sure.
And that movie I can rewatch all the time.
Definitely.
And after I can rewatch and learn those life lessons, those things that you go through and we're going through now, whether it be roommate issues or just dealing with children and taking care of that, it's fun to laugh at it now, but it also does teach a lesson, a valuable lesson at that.
There's truth in every comedy, right?
Absolutely.
And you know, Big Daddy was the last movie that Adam Sandler did before he started his own production company, which was the Happy Madison production
Yes,
company, like we were
yes.
talking about earlier. And do you think that his movie style changed a lot after he started his own company?
Well, in the early days of Happy Madison, you see a lot of the same thing, that style of comedy, but definitely changed a little bit. You know, he would focus more on producing and directing, and there'd be films like Grandma's Boy, great, one of my favorites, and actually, I think it's time to talk about Perfect Pets again.
We love those
So
pets.
let's talk about those and see them on the commercial.
Each week, WMCM sends out a group of students to film some of the most precious animals of the Cooley Region Humane Society in a segment we like to call Perfect Pets. Here at the shelter, we found this guy. His name is Freckles, a male white-haired terrier mix. Freckles needs a home. Meet Lavender, a 2-year-old domestic short-hair adult. This kitty needs a home. This is Zeus, a Jack Russell Terrier of 6 years and 18 pounds. Zeus needs a home. To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
That number for the Cooley region is Again, 781-4014. Now as we switch gears a little bit and we move into a little bit of a less serious role, as less serious as it can get, we find Adam Sandler playing a character named Bobby Boucher. This character, Bobby Boucher, has an overprotective mother who won't let him do anything except play water boy for a championship caliber football team. But after he mistakenly gets in an argument with one of the players on the team, he ends up getting fired and thrown out. But what he does instead is he joins the rival team and he becomes their water boy. The coach for this new team is Coach Klein. And Coach Klein sees him get into an altercation with another football player, but this time gives him some words of advice to solve his problems with anger. And after he sees Bobby Boucher beat up another football player, he lets him join the team. And before he joined the team, their team hadn't won a game in many years. And now after he joined the team, they were in playoff contention and championship contention. So as we look at this movie, let's take a look at Adam Sandler playing Bobby Boucher.
He was one of a kind, the last of his breed, the world's finest water boy.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O.
Bobby Boucher was a lonely boy.
Smelled like you could use a shower, Stinky. Everybody else got friends, Mama. I just want some too.
You don't have what they call the social skill.
My name is Bobby Boucher.
That's why you never have any friends, except for your mama.
Constantly tormented by everyone. Until one day...
Somebody hurt you, my boy? You gotta defend yourself here, Bobby, or they're gonna ride you for the whole season.
They pushed him too far.
Stop making fun of me.
Oh, dang. He's skilled, though.
Now...
Play football for this team. My mama ain't gonna let me play no football.
They're going to train him.
Is there any sport that you do watch?
Wrestling.
I want you to do to Casey what Captain Insano does to the bad guy.
And turn him loose.
Visualize all those people that have been mean to you, and then I want you to attack.
What's the matter with you, boy? You too stupid? No.
No what?
Now everyone will feel his pain.
The amazing 31-year-old Princeton set a new NCAA record by sacking the quarterback 16 times.
And you are so sexy.
The water boy's influence now reaches far beyond college football.
From Touchstone Pictures and the director of The Wedding Singer, Adam Sandler.
There's something wrong with his medulla oblongata.
You playing the foosball behind my back?
The Water Boy.
Visualize an attack.
How you doing, boy? No.
If you're thinking about watching this movie, in the words of Rob Schneider, you can do it. And also, if your mother won't let you, what your mother won't know won't hurt her. This movie is full of a lot of those partners in crimes that follow Adam Sandler around all of his movies. Now, this movie is a little bit different. It doesn't offer the conventional playwright. What do you think makes this movie so special?
To me, this was one of my favorites as a kid. It's just like, the comedy is just so slapstick. It's so just genuine that it just really makes for just a funny movie. Like, it's just a funny movie. That's all I got. How about you?
Yeah, no, I think that the comedy in Waterboy is really simple, and I think that because it's so simple, it works. You know, it just works. And Adam Sandler somehow finds a way to just, you know, kicking someone's head funny. I think that's hard to do, don't you? I think it's hard to, especially now, to make slapstick funny.
Kicking someone's head is a brutal act, but
yes,
Adam Sandler can make anything funny.
And what's really neat about his supporting cast is that quarterback, that is really giving Bobby Boucher a hard time in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
His name is Peter Dante. He's in a lot of other films with him, Grandma's Boy.
Great actor.
Yeah, he actually went to high school with him, and he's been riding his coattails all this time, making money off solely Adam Sandler movies, which is pretty neat.
Didn't get into SNL with him, though.
No, yeah. But he'll also have some of the SNL cast as well in movies with him.
Yeah.
Which is pretty neat.
Yeah. So, what would you guys say your favorite your favorite scene from Waterboy was? Do you have a favorite moment?
Well, there was a moment when Vicky Valancourt was sitting at the picnic table and talking to Mama Boucher, and she was in love with Bobby Boucher because she loved his innocence and his genuine heart.
Yes.
And Mama Boucher was very protective, as I mentioned before, and she was trying to deter Vicky Valancourt from courting his son. So in an effort to do that, she ended up pointing out his sheets, Bobby's sheets that she had just thrown out that were hanging on the outside, and they were full of urine. And there was a huge urine stain, and after we brought that up, Bobby felt really embarrassed, and it was funny to see Vicky's reaction after she realized that her possible husband or boyfriend was wetting the bed, and then he went inside, and I thought that was probably the funniest moment.
That's a really funny one for sure.
Should I say one?
Yeah, say one.
Well, I really like, there's a time when Bobby Boucher is kind of down on his luck, and his coach is trying to get him inspired, and it's mostly because Bobby's mother doesn't want him to play football. It's the devil's game. So the coach, Henry Winkler, that's the actor, correct?
Yes.
He reveals to Bobby that there's a tattoo on his butt, and he tells him what Mama don't know. Don't hurt you, or won't hurt you, as Jordan said. Anyways, I just thought that was just so funny.
Yeah,
just
definitely.
completely out of left field.
That was a funny moment. And talking about the butt, I'm sure it wasn't his butt, which was kind of funny. It was pretty tender to be Henry Winkler's. Tender looking, at least.
Must have been a stand-in.
Adam Sandler's like a sports fan, because he has a lot of sports-related movies.
The Longest Yard, that's a good one. He must be a sports fan.
Benchwarmers, he actually produced that.
Yes.
Did he?
Yes. A lot of people don't like that film. I find it hilarious.
Yes. A lot of his Happy Madison movies I don't like. I'm not gonna hype him up too much right now, because at times he does run, after he started producing his own movies at least, some of his movies turned into glorified endorsement ads where there was a lot of product placement.
Yeah.
And that didn't really happen in the movies where he was more focused on acting and doing things for the love of acting and just trying to make people laugh.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But he does make money. He makes a lot of money, and production companies will give him $200 million plus just to produce movies, as well as not having many flops under his belt.
And it's sad to me because he was like one of my film idols, back in the day, and now he's churning out these subpar, mediocre
Jack and Jill,
those kind of movies. And
Did either of you see it? Have you seen any of his recent work?
Yes, I have.
I have, sadly.
His wife's name is actually Jackie.
That's true.
So is that twice as awkward?
And that movie made a lot of money. It was
did.
Profitable.
I believe he knows what he's doing exactly, but I don't know, it's disheartening to me to see Sandler just kind of fall just into that money-making scheme.
It seems to me he peaked at Click, and then after Click it just kind of...
I would agree.
Not that Click was extremely funny, but it was good storytelling.
It was a great story. Yeah. It was a good script. And then, it all just kind of went downhill. Like, he tried to do some more serious roles, and that worked for a while, and then he kind of went back to trying to be funny, which did not work. And,
now he's trying too hard.
Yeah, trying too hard.
Yeah.
I would agree that he has become more diluted, but that takes precedence when you become a producer, because the only reason you can keep making more movies if you make more money.
True.
Very true. Exactly.
And that's what he's really been doing. And as of recently, Netflix has struck a deal with him in making a movie. I believe it's called The Ridiculous Six, and it's a little bit of a parody, and it's making fun of Native Americans specifically. Now, even though it's meant to be a parody, a couple members of the cast, Navajo related, have walked off the set.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's controversial.
It is very controversial.
Do you think it's going to go the way that Will Ferrell went with Casa de Mi Padre, where no one really watched it? It was on Netflix, but no one cared, and it was just a little bit offensive
interesting that you
to a
referenced
racial
that.
group.
Yeah. because not many people do know about that. I haven't even seen it, actually.
You're not missing anything. It's probably Will Ferrell's worst movie.
Well, we'll find out. Do you know when that movie's coming out?
The movie is set to come out this year, but as per all this bad publicity, they have actually stopped production, halted production.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't seem to be temporary because, as always, the press blew this out of proportion. And what happened was they caught it on a phone camera, a little bit of the conversations that were going on between said producer and some of the actors, and they said, if you feel offensive at all about this material, you need to leave. But then it was later quoted that that producer was found saying that, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but we have a movie to make here.
Right.
And that reminds me of a film that came out recently, The Interview. The media really, of course, it was extremely controversial about the North Korean leader, making fun of him, but the media really blew that out of proportion.
I agree.
It was just, it was just meant to be a jest, of course, and it was a funny movie,
right.
but it couldn't even be shown in theaters. Sony actually pulled it, and
it was on YouTube for a while.
It was on YouTube, Netflix, so you can still watch it.
And Netflix bought it. But switching gears here, I really enjoyed Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler's on-camera relationship.
I agree.
In 50 First Dates or in their new one?
Wedding,
I didn't see the new one.
They've been in Wedding Singer together, then 8 years later they have 50 First Dates, and now, as of recent, 2014, Blended, yes.
Can't say I've seen Blended,
I
but I can say I've seen 50 First Dates.
Yep.
And yeah, I agree. The two are fantastic. And now, Jordan's going to tell us about what's new in theaters.
All right. What we have new in theaters is Avengers Age of Ultron, which had a budget of around $250 million, and they've already made $350 million. So it's one of the movies that you want to see before everyone tells you the ending, although you can't ruin the ending because it is an action. And Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, a sequel to the original, which originally made a lot of money, but this movie didn't have the pizzazz and lacks the continuity to follow the first one. So I can't see that movie being that great. The Age of Adeline is a great movie. Blake Lively's terrific in it. She is 29. She stays 29 forever. It's a fun watch. Furious 7 also had a budget of $250 million, and it's already made $1.1 billion worldwide. And this movie has a lot more continuity than the last one.
Yeah, all right. So coming soon to theaters, we have Hot Pursuit, Spy, Playing It Cool, Pitch Perfect 2, and Mad Max Fury Road. And I don't know about you guys, but Pitch Perfect 2 is the one that I'm keeping my eye out for. The Bellas are back. We've got Anna Kendrick, we've got Rebel Wilson, we've got a lot of humor, a lot of good music, and I'm really excited.
Some Packers players in there, too.
I heard that, too.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
That could be very interesting.
Okay.
And now on DVD, we've got Selma, Cake, Big Eyes, and Black or White. Big Eyes, I thought, looked really, really good. That's the one where it's about the artist who's a female, and she paints the really big baby eyes on all of her paintings, but her husband takes credit for all, or someone, maybe it's not her husband, I honestly don't know, takes credit for all of her work. And my mom said that Black or White was really good, so it must be a good movie, at least for my mom.
Definitely. Okay, and now at the Riv. We have American Sniper. A little bit of controversy on that one, but I've heard great things about it. I've heard okay things about it. I've never seen it, but I'm sure it's fine. Then Cinderella, classic Disney tale, returning to theaters in digitally remastered HD. Insurgent. Are we done?
And the SpongeBob movie.
And that does it for Screening Room.
No Adam Sandler movies in theaters, but that shouldn't stop you from going to the library or
Hey, there's
Netflix
a ton of them on Netflix.
To watch a couple
on Netflix.
So, thanks for watching. This is Ben W.